Have you ever noticed how the first few minutes after you wake up can feel like nothing, yet they can quietly shape the rest of your day, even the rest of your life? If you're over 60, those moments are not just about shaking off sleep. They can be the window when your brain's circulation is most vulnerable, when small, almost invisible changes are happening inside your body. And here's the thing, most people miss the signs. You might think, I feel fine. I'm ready to start the day. But feeling fine isn't the same as being safe. For many older adults, the path toward a stroke or a loss of balance doesn't start with a dramatic collapse. It begins quietly in the little habits we repeat each morning without even thinking about them. Instead of assuming that fine means protected, what if you could make small, intentional choices in those first minutes to keep your mind sharp, your steps steady, and your independence strong? This isn't about living in fear. It's about living with awareness, because the difference between letting the morning rush carry you away and taking a moment to protect your brain could be the difference between staying independent for years or facing a challenge you didn't see coming. Today, we'll walk through the habits that can quietly put pressure on your brain and, more importantly, what to do instead. You'll see how a few gentle adjustments can lower your stroke risk, boost your energy, and give you more control over your health. So as you listen, think about your own mornings. Which of these moments have been slipping by without a second thought? And how might tomorrow morning look if you made just one change? When your alarm goes off or the morning light reaches your eyes, what's the first thing you do? For many people, it's simple. You swing your legs out of bed and stand up without a second thought. It feels natural. The day is starting and you want to get moving. But if you're over 60, that quick motion could quietly be putting your brain at risk. Here's why. After a full night's sleep, your body is in a calm, low pressure state. Blood flow slows down, especially to the brain. When you suddenly shift from lying down to standing, your blood pressure can drop sharply. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and studies show it affects between 20 and 50% of older adults. It's more than a momentary wobble. It can increase the risk of falls, memory problems, even stroke. Have you ever felt that quick wave of dizziness when you stand up? Maybe your vision blurs for a second, or you feel lightheaded. That's your brain not getting enough oxygen, even if only for a brief moment. And for aging blood vessels, even short interruptions in oxygen supply can be dangerous. Instead of jumping out of bed, imagine taking 30 extra seconds to protect your brain. You could start with a few slow breaths, stretch your hands and feet, sit up gently, let your feet touch the floor, and pause. This gives your body time to adjust and your brain time to catch up. Think of it like warming up your car on a cold morning. You wouldn't turn the key and slam it into gear instantly. You let the engine adjust so it runs smoothly all day. Your body deserves that same patience. Taking this small, mindful step doesn't slow you down. It sets you up for a steadier, safer day. And the benefit? Fewer dizzy spells, lower risk of falling, and a healthier brain for the years ahead. So tomorrow morning, before you take that first step, ask yourself, will I rush or will I give my brain the time it needs? When you open your eyes in the morning, what's the first thing your body truly needs? For many people, it's coffee. For others, it's their morning pills. But long before your taste buds want that first sip of caffeine, your brain is quietly asking for something else: water. Here's the truth. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body hasn't had a single drop to drink. You've been losing fluids all night through breathing and perspiration. By the time you wake up, you're already slightly dehydrated. And because your brain is about 75% water, it feels the impact first. Instead of starting your day with thickened blood, sluggish circulation, and a rise in blood pressure, you could start with one simple act that changes everything. Studies show that older adults who drink enough water, about 6 cups or more a day, can lower their risk of stroke by as much as 25%. Think about that. One glass of room temperature water before anything else in the morning can thin your blood naturally, improve oxygen flow to your brain, and help you feel more alert. It's like opening the windows to let fresh air in, except you're refreshing your mind from the inside. And if you take medications, especially diuretics for blood pressure or heart conditions, your body is losing even more water overnight. Replacing those fluids before coffee or pills isn't just healthy, it's protective. So tomorrow, instead of reaching straight for your coffee cup, picture yourself filling a glass with clean water and drinking it slowly. You'll still enjoy your coffee afterward, but this way, you'll be starting your day with a brain that's already refreshed and ready. It's a habit that costs nothing, takes less than a minute, and could help you stay sharper, steadier, and more independent for years. Why not give your brain that head start? What does your breakfast usually look like? Maybe it's a slice of toast, a quick bowl of cereal, or a scrambled egg with cheese. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the part most people miss. Many of these everyday foods are loaded with hidden salt. Salt isn't just what you sprinkle from the shaker. It's hiding in processed breads, instant oatmeal packets, breakfast bars, sausages, even that so-called healthy whole grain cereal. For older adults, this quiet salt load can be a problem, especially in the morning. Here's why. Your blood pressure naturally rises in the early hours as your body prepares to start the day. Add a high sodium breakfast on top of that, and you're giving your arteries an extra squeeze. Too much sodium stiffens blood vessels and puts delicate capillaries in the brain under more pressure. Over time, that strain can raise the risk of stroke, memory loss, and sudden dizziness. Instead of beginning the day with foods that push your pressure higher, you can swap for choices that support your brain and circulation. Try plain oatmeal topped with fresh berries or unsalted nuts. Replace sausage or cheese-heavy eggs with a boiled egg and avocado, or a slice of whole grain toast. The difference is clear. Starting the day with less than 300–400 milligrams of sodium keeps your vessels relaxed, your brain better supplied with blood, and your energy more stable. Most processed breakfast foods blow past that limit in just one serving, and they don't even taste very salty. So tomorrow, instead of letting hidden salt sneak onto your plate, choose foods that work for you, not against you. Your brain will feel the benefit, your balance will thank you, and your mornings will set you up for a healthier day. If you've ever checked the label on your breakfast and been surprised by the sodium, you already know how eye-opening this can be. Why not make your first meal a real step toward protecting your brain? Be honest. What's the first thing you reach for in the morning? For many of us, it's that comforting cup of coffee. The smell alone feels like the signal that the day has begun. But if you're over 60, there's something important you should know. Drinking coffee too soon, especially on an empty stomach, can quietly put more strain on your brain and blood vessels than you realize. Here's what happens. Caffeine stimulates the release of adrenaline, speeds up your heart rate, and causes your blood vessels to tighten. Without any food in your system, those effects can hit harder, creating a quick spike in blood pressure. And for arteries that may already be less flexible with age, that sudden surge can be risky. It's a bit like pushing your car from 0 to 60 the moment you turn the key. Possible, but not exactly gentle on the engine. Instead of jolting your system right away, you can still enjoy your coffee, just with a small shift in timing. Start with a glass of water to rehydrate after the night. Follow that with a light, brain-friendly breakfast, such as a boiled egg, some fruit, or whole grain toast. Then savor your coffee. By giving your body a softer start, you reduce the shock to your system while still enjoying the ritual you love. The benefit? You get the alertness and comfort of coffee without the added strain on your heart and brain. And if you've noticed that you need cup after cup just to stay awake, it could be a sign to look at your sleep, hydration, or diet, because no amount of coffee can fix what your body's missing. So tomorrow morning, instead of letting coffee be the very first thing to hit your system, let it be the reward after you've given your brain and body the support they need. You'll still get the taste you love, just without the silent risks. Have you ever woken up feeling just a little off? Maybe your balance felt strange, your arms seemed weaker than usual, or your speech wasn't quite as clear for a few minutes. It's easy to brush it off. I probably slept wrong, or I just didn't rest well. But if you're over 60, those moments may be more than just an inconvenience. Here's the truth. For many older adults, these subtle changes can be the brain's first warning. They might signal a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, often called a mini stroke. TIAs can last only a few minutes and leave no obvious damage, but they are one of the clearest signs that a major stroke could be coming. And they often happen in the morning as your body shifts from the calm of sleep to the activity of the day. Instead of ignoring these signs, you can take them as a serious call to action. Write them down. Note the time, what you felt, and how long it lasted. Tell your doctor immediately. Even if the symptoms disappear, they matter. Because when it comes to stroke, every second counts, and catching these early warnings could mean the difference between a close call and a life-changing event. Think of it this way. If your smoke alarm chirps, you don't wait to see if the fire gets bigger. You check it right away. Your brain deserves that same urgency. The benefit of listening to these signals is simple. You give yourself the best chance to prevent a bigger problem. You protect not just your health, but your independence, your memory, and the life you built. So the next time you feel off, even for a moment, ask yourself, will I dismiss it or will I act before it's too late? How confident are you that you take your morning medications exactly the right way every single day? For many older adults, those pills are more than routine. They're the daily shield that protects the brain, the heart, and the blood vessels. Medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning can make the difference between steady health and sudden crisis. But here's the challenge. The way you take them, the timing, the dose, even what you drink them with, can determine whether they help you or quietly put you at risk. Skipping a dose because you're distracted can allow your blood pressure to spike without warning. Accidentally doubling a dose can push it dangerously low or increase the risk of bleeding. Taking pills with coffee instead of water can interfere with absorption. And swallowing certain medications without food, when food is required, can make them less effective or cause side effects you didn't expect. Instead of leaving this to chance, you can make the process foolproof. Use a pill organizer marked by day and time. Set a reminder on your phone or smart speaker. Keep your medications near something you always do in the morning, like brushing your teeth or filling that first glass of water, so they become part of a solid routine. Think of it like fastening your seatbelt. You wouldn't drive without it, not because you expect an accident every day, but because you want to be protected if something happens. Your medication routine is that same quiet protection for your brain and body. The benefit is simple. When you take your medications exactly as prescribed, you give them the best chance to work for you, keeping your blood pressure steady, your circulation healthy, and your brain safe. So tomorrow morning, will you leave your brain's safety to chance? Or will you lock in a routine that works every single time? When you wake up in the morning, do you head straight to the bathroom? Or do you linger in bed, check your phone, and wait until later? It might seem harmless to put it off for a few minutes, but for older adults, holding in urine after waking can quietly put extra stress on the body and on the brain. Here's what happens. As your bladder fills overnight, your body starts to feel pressure. If you delay going, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals raise your blood pressure and tighten your blood vessels. Now imagine starting your day with that extra pressure already pushing on your brain's delicate circulation. For someone with high blood pressure or heart concerns, this morning surge can be dangerous. It can even trigger irregular heart rhythms in some cases. That combination, raised blood pressure and an unsteady heartbeat, can increase the chance of a clot forming and traveling to the brain. Instead of letting this pressure build, you can take one simple, protective step. Listen to your body's first signal and go to the bathroom right away. Think of it like releasing steam from a kettle before it whistles. You're letting the pressure out before it causes trouble. The benefit is clear. By taking care of this need first, you start your morning with steadier blood pressure, a calmer heart, and better circulation to your brain. It's one of the easiest changes you can make, and it costs nothing. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, will I wait or will I give my brain and heart the relief they need from the very start? When you think about protecting your brain in the morning, do you ever consider what you did the night before? Many people don't. But one habit in particular, late night snacking, can quietly set the stage for how your brain and circulation work the next day. That midnight bowl of cereal, a couple of cookies, or a salty snack might feel comforting in the moment, but for older adults, it can have lasting effects that show up first thing in the morning. Here's why. Eating late, especially high sugar or high salt foods, can spike your blood pressure and blood sugar overnight. Instead of waking up with steady circulation and a clear head, you may start the day with thicker blood, less stable energy, and a higher morning pressure surge. That combination puts more stress on your brain's blood vessels at the exact time they're already working to adjust from sleep to wakefulness. Instead of giving your brain an extra hurdle in the morning, you can make a small change at night. Stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you truly need something, choose a light, low salt, low sugar option, like a few slices of cucumber or a small handful of unsalted nuts. You'll sleep better and your brain will thank you when you wake up. Think of it like setting out clothes for the next day. You prepare in advance so your morning starts smoothly. In the same way, choosing how you finish your evening can set up a calmer, safer start for your brain. The benefit is simple: steadier blood pressure, clearer thinking, and more energy to enjoy the day. So tonight, will you give in to that late craving, or will you give your brain a head start for tomorrow? This morning and every morning after, you have a choice. You can let your habits run on autopilot, standing too fast, skipping water, reaching for salty foods, pouring coffee on an empty stomach, brushing off warning signs, rushing through medications, holding your bladder, or eating late the night before. Or you can slow down, notice these moments, and turn them into small acts of protection for your brain. Instead of starting the day with hidden risks, you can start it with steady circulation, clear thinking, and the confidence that you're doing what's best for your health. These changes aren't about fear. They're about staying strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. So here's my question to you. What's the first habit you'll change tomorrow morning? Will you drink that glass of water before your coffee? Will you pause before standing up? Will you check your breakfast for hidden salt? Share your answer in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step toward better mornings and a healthier brain. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea, please pass it on to a friend or family member, because small changes made today can protect the people we love tomorrow. Your mornings matter, and so does your health.